Hello guys, this is my second video on SharePoint and Power Automate. I'm called Donko Ivan and I'm a Power App maker. So let me remind you the scenario if you have not seen my first video on this. I have my SharePoint site with several lists. I have the courses list with this column. I have the attendance list, and I also have the waiting list. Okay, what happened is on a specific course or on each course, you have the capacity and the subscriber. Capacity is the maximum number of persons who can attend to a course, and subscriber are the current persons already attending the course. So if the subscriber is equal to the capacity, nobody can be added as attendance. So you see in attendance list, maybe for the Power of Planning course, capacity is 3, we have 2 subscribers. So the Power of Planning 1, 2. So these 2 people are already attending the course. Since the capacity is 3, one more person can be added to this course. So this is the logic. If the capacity is equal to subscriber and a new person try to attend the course, this person will be added on the waiting list rather with a specific position. So we have 3 persons on our waiting list with each position. Let me add another person just to have data for our scenario. I enter any number there. The course, I'm going to enter the Power of Planning. So this one is position 0, this other one is position 4. Okay, I have complete data for my scenario. So I have a Canvas app that the staff, on which a staff can connect, and the staff will be able to try to be added on a course. Okay, and I will try to do that from the Canvas app. So I have button flow, Power App button flow, and I will also try to manage even the waiting list, meaning that maybe for the Power of Planning, I will add 1 people. The subscriber will move from 2 to 3, and then I will try to add another people. These people will go in attendance list, and I'm going to delete somebody who is attending this course in order to see if the first person with the list position will be added, will be replaced that deleted person in the attendance. So we'll see that with our Canvas app connected to our 2 Power Automate flow, this waiting to attendance and staff submission management. So let us go through it. So this is my Canvas app. I'm going to connect with credential of a staff. I click on sign in. It's taking a while. Okay, so now I just have 2 buttons. This one will display all courses. Okay, so this is my courses list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very simple. It's just a gallery that displays this data. And if I want to see the detail of a specific course, I just click here. I can see the location, start time, capacity, subscribers. So this is simply the purpose of these all courses. And let me try to subscribe to a new course. If I go on attendance, I can see this user with this email is attending 3 courses. Okay, so the leader, the true leader, the power of planning, become a best worker. So I'm going to try to subscribe to this course, become a best worker from Power App. Okay, become a best worker. I'm just going to click on subscribe button. It's true that I could have recovered all this data and just allow the person to click on a button, okay? But this can also give the possibility to somebody to subscribe or to subscribe for another person. So it's just so I put the course name. Okay, when I click on submit, normally this guy will be also added in attendance list. Okay, so let me go and see. If I go on attendance, I should have Donko Yvon with his email, a new entry or a new record for that. Okay, so I have Donko Yvon become a best worker. Okay, so you see my flow works well. So let us go and see the flow I have used to manage that. So if I click on the edit, okay, so my trigger is Power Apps. Okay, so these are my variables. Okay, staff name. When you see this, let me go. Okay, this form. Okay, I take the value of each field through these variables. Okay, so staff name is a variable that will be asked to input from Power Apps. So staff name, staff email, staff phone, and the course. Okay, so I also initialize some variable I'm going to use in my flow. Okay, so here I just get the course list because I will need the items of the courses. I also get the waiting list, and this is my first apply to each. Okay, I just set my variable position to the position here in my courses. Let me show you. Okay, on my courses I have, on the waiting list, yes, waiting list, I have a position column. So this is the purpose of this. I just set the position variable to each position. And my second apply to each, because when I am on a specific course, okay, I have to check the minimum position, okay, like these are Donko Yvon and Buba Diop, 2 persons in waiting list, but the one that must be added on attendance list if any people move from this course, the power of planning will be Buba Diop, because the position of Buba Diop on this course on waiting list is 0. 0 is less than before. Okay, so this is, I just set subscriber number to the subscriber number variable, so the loop we apply on each. Okay, from here I set also my course title variable. Now I have to check the selected course input from Power App. Is it equal to the specific course title? Okay, if it is equal, I know that I have recovered the specific course on which the guy wants to attend. If it is yes, before to be able to add the guy, whether on attendance or on waiting list, I have to check, is subscriber less than the capacity? Okay, let me show you. Is subscriber less than the capacity? If yes, the guy will be able to add it on attendance. So this is the purpose of this. If it is yes, I can create the staff in attendance list. I just pass the variables I have taken from Power App. So I pass it to create my staff in the attendance list. So now I set also my subscriber number variable, and I will update the course, because when a new staff is added on attendance list, I have to update the course and increment, okay, increment the subscriber number variable to 1. Okay, so this is my flow, and if this condition is not true, I create the same staff rather in the waiting list. Okay, in this waiting list, because if the capacity is full, I create him in the waiting list with a specific position that will be incremented, okay, as the time goes by. So the first one will be 1, the second one to be added on a specific course to the waiting list will get the position 2, and so on. So this is just my flow. Okay, so we have seen that this works well. Now let me show you if I take become a best worker. Now become a best worker is 2. Okay, so let me try to, if I go on my waiting list, the power of planning, attendance or courses, the power of planning. Okay, somebody can still be added. Let me just update this variable, because I want to create a scenario to test the second flow. I'm going to put it 3. Okay, just 3. So nobody can be added here. I will try to, let me also remove the power of planning. Okay, this guy was already on the power of planning. What I'm going to do, I just want to have a scenario to test my second flow from waiting to attendance list. Okay, okay, so I have just arranged my data in order to test the second flow. And if I go on attendance, I have Donko event, okay, on the power of planning. I can see it also here on my canvas. Now, if I click on unsubscribe, this guy, he will be removed on the attendance list, and the first person with the minimum position number will be replaced by him on the attendance. So, and in our case, this is our course, the power of planning. So between the two, it is Kamga Jules who has the smallest position, 0. So if I click on unsubscribe button from the power of planning of the user connector of Donko Yvonne, what will happen is this record will be removed and Jules will be replaced. Okay, we replace Donko Yvonne from here, and he will also be removed from the waiting list. So let us see how it works. So I just click on unsubscribe button. Okay, so well, since I have clicked on it, normally it should work. Let us go see on attendance. I just refresh. Donko Yvonne, the power of planning. Okay, so it's okay. Donko Yvonne is no longer there on the power of planning. Okay, the power of planning. Okay, Jules is now, okay, he has replaced Donko Yvonne on the power of planning course. And if I go on the waiting list, no longer Jules is no longer there, okay, on the power of planning. So my flow works very well. So let me show you, okay, waiting to attendance. I just edit the flow, and I will explain you how it works. Okay, so my trigger is still Power Apps. I create these two variables that I collect it from Power Apps. Okay, so I also initialize a variable ID ATN. I have to get the attendance list. Okay, this apply to each. Okay, it's a loop. Okay, I just check is the variable input from Power Apps is equal to the staff email. Is the course's input from Power Apps is equal to the specific course. So I'm just going to go from item to item to check. If these two conditions are fulfilled, okay, we will be in the yes branch. I recover the ID of the item that matched those two criteria, and I have to delete. I just delete the staff in the attendance list. So if the guy click on subscribe button, if these two conditions are met, I recover the ID and I delete the item. So once the item is deleted, the guy is deleted from the attendance list, I get the waiting list item because the purpose is now to replace the guy in the attendance. So this is my select, it's just a map. I recover all the positions, and I set my mean position variable to the first item in the array created with the position column, and this is my variable. Some variables I'm going to use in the flow. Okay, I also initialize staff name variables, initialize get ID, wait list. So it's just some variable I'm going to use. Okay, I have another apply to each here. The condition is okay. So I have to set, okay, mean position, because previously, remember, I have set my variable position to the first position of the array created with the map. So I'm just going to compare with the other number of position in order to recover the item with the smallest position. So if it is yes, the previous content of mean position will be replaced, okay, by the one which match this condition. So on the second condition is mean position is equal to position and course is equal to the specific course. So I will compare and make sure that I have recovered the item with the mean position because I have tested several positions, and also the course will match the specific course on the for the guy who will move from the waiting list to attendance list. So if it is yes, I set my variable. So I take the title and I put on staff name. I take the course, I put on the course variable. I also recover the ID because I will need to delete the item after from the waiting list. So this is the staff name, this is the staff email, this is the course, the specific course. Okay, so I just create from here. I create the item in the attendance list with the variable I have set. Okay, and after that I delete the item from the waiting list. So this is the flow that I have used to manage this unsubscribe button. Okay, if you want to see the code on the unsubscribe button, I just click on the, this is from my gallery, let me click here. So set course, this item.course. So I just select the specific course on which we are, okay, and I pass these two variables, course name, mail address, to my flow waiting to attendance.run. I pass the two parameters, okay, to my flow, and my flow just we just run. So this is how I have been able to achieve this. Many thanks for watching, and see you next time for the next video.